I'm hoping the contents inside of this small box can save my clothing brand. Most people start a side business just to gain extra income, with the hopes of it one day becoming their main source of income. Starting a brand is more than just making a great product. In the beginning, brand owners are expected to be the marketer, the model, the graphic designer, and the owner all at the same time. In this new generation, a brand can grow overnight and die just as quickly. I had under 100 followers when I started and grew to over 4,000 in 3 months. I was working with rappers and personalities and got my clothing brand on the No Jumper podcast, which averages 200,000 views monthly. I was on fire, but fire only burns when you feed it. I stopped giving focus to my brand and my fire died out. Now I'm sitting in front of you with a blank canvas, ready to start over. And inside of this box is what we painted on this blank canvas. When making a potential sale to a customer, you want them to imagine themselves in your clothing. There are a million ways to do it. Some brands attach themselves to trends, others sell the aesthetic, while others just use skits. But keep in mind, openly and obviously selling is not what you're trying to do. Put yourself in this situation. You're scrolling on your phone, the next video comes up, and immediately they're telling you exactly what they're selling and what their brand is. Boom, you scroll to the next video. The next video, you see a man running with 2 giant boxes. You begin to question, why is he running with these 2 giant boxes when he can barely hold it? What they did was make you curious. What they did was make you want an answer. As humans, when we question anything, we crave the answer. And that's why we continued to watch the second video. The first video did not make us question anything. It provided the answer before we had the question. In the beginning, the price of a product is usually based off of cost of materials and labor, with a small amount of profit on top. I got greedy once I started to see results. 1 turned into 2, then 2 into 3, and I wanted that 3 to jump into 12. I didn't add or change anything to the product, but still expected customers to pay more. And when I raised prices, business started to slow. I realized a customer is willing to pay $80 for 2 shirts before they spend $60 on 1. $80 for 2, they feel like they're getting more out of their purchase than $60 for 1. Now there are demographics that $80 for a shirt, they're willing to pay. But I was a new brand and I wasn't in that space yet. Customers who purchased from me before weren't returning. I would get 1 customer, maybe 2 customers every week if I was lucky. Now let's talk about quality. I believe that there are 3 main levels in this space. The first level is fast fashion. Your mass-produced clothing, lower grade materials, and simple designs, usually just following the trend. Our mid-level, we're gonna call contemporary fashion. Usually the bridge from fast fashion, ready-to-wear items. They set themselves apart by using premium materials, detailed and specific branding, and premium packaging. Now our highest level is luxury fashion. This is usually the pinnacle for most brands. It usually takes years in the industry to accomplish a big supporting name or superior quality. Noticing when a brand reaches this height is usually obvious. It's usually marked by extremely high prices or long wait lines to get said product. My brand is No Voucher Apparel, and we position ourselves somewhere between fast fashion and contemporary fashion. We don't follow the trends, but I've only sold shirts and hoodies so far with graphic designs on it. My package is premium and it does come with free stickers. We've made samples that I feel will help us fully transcend into the contemporary category, but samples like this cost anywhere from $100 to $500, and that's on the low end. Believe it or not. The success of this brand is going to be my first step in gaining financial independence. My brand's name has always been its identity. No voucher, no entry pass, no handouts, no one's coming to save you. And every brand needs a slogan. Labor omnia vincit. Hard work conquers all. Now this is what was inside the box. My World Cup t-shirt. We used a simple marker sketch to make the designs, and then we used AI to bring it to life. After I sent the designs over to my graphic designer so he can put the final touches on it and make it a masterpiece. Now as you can see on the front, we have about a hand-sized design. Now on the front you can see the words Nova. We decided to try this new moniker for the brand, No Voucher apparel. Nova. Nova means starting anew. In astrology terms, nova is when a star shines to its brightest point, 1,000 to 10,000 times brighter than it's ever shown before. Now, for the back design, I feel like this conveys exactly what the brand's identity is. Hard work conquers all, and no one's coming to save you. We included all of the respective hosting countries: USA, Mexico, Canada. We also have some other popular countries: Brazil, Argentina, Japan. I believe this might be Swiss, actually. We'll double check. And this one back here, even though you can't see it, it's supposed to be Colombia back there. It's all mixed up in the whatnot. We put 2026 to correspond with the year, and we low-key stole the Olympic colors just because I thought it would go far with all the flags. A lightweight shirt, perfect for summertime. You can see the hanger through it, showing you how thin the shirt is and how light it's going to be, how breathable it will be for summer. Perfect summer shirt. What comes to mind when you see this image? For me, I know every player in the World Cups comes at 100%, but is willing to give 200% to see their team country win. So when I see this image, that's what I see. I see broken, battered, and bruised and bandaged hands, all willing to fight for that trophy. Now, in the comments below, you tell me what comes to mind when you see this image. What feeling do you get? What's the first thing that pops in your head? Now, in all honesty, I was having trouble deciding which countries to put. So shout out to my friend Angel for helping me out with that. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How are we going to revive this dead brand? What are we going to do? We need to build hype. And how do we build hype? Well, let's get into it. So first, we need to figure out how are we going to get this shirt in front of as many people as possible. The internet. We're going to utilize our major social media platform: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and of course, YouTube. But no, we don't just stop there. That's where most people stop at the promotion. But there are other places you can promote your brand. Hear me out. Discussion platforms, Reddit, Pinterest, maybe even selling platforms, Depop, Facebook Marketplace. Now hear me out. I know you're probably thinking, Reddit, what am I going to post on Reddit that's going to help me sell my clothing? I want you to genuinely think about what people use Reddit for. Discussion. People discuss on Reddit. And if they're discussing your clothes, word of mouth travels fast. Word of mouth is still the original form of promotion. Get people talking about your brand. We need to get people talking about no voucher apparel. So why not use Reddit? And the trick is to remember, we aren't openly selling. Or even when we go on Reddit and Depop, we can't position ourselves like we're the brand and we're selling to them. We'll position ourselves as a regular customer who purchased from the brand and is either now speaking about their clothing purchase or wanting to resell their clothing purchase because they need money. Depop. And for the love of God, please, please don't post something like, this is my new shirt, 200 GSM, $50, free shipping, link below. You need to connect with the people. Nothing in that made me feel like I want this shirt. I might see the design and be like, fire design. Yes, that might sell itself. But you need to also learn the language of marketing, the language of selling without obviously selling. Because you post something like that because when you post something like that on Reddit, downvote, 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 straight into the fiery pits of hate. You might even get removed from that subreddit because you're self-promoting. So keep that in mind. You need to connect with people and somehow start a conversation. Instead, I would post something like, I finally received my no voucher free t-shirt. It took forever, but it's okay. Parentheses, I'm a sucker for free shipping. What do you think I should wear to tomorrow's game? Now, simple post. Seems like somebody's just posting about their life, new update. But that's what sells to customers. You openly say, hey, buy my product, don't want to buy it. But when a customer says, hey, I paid for this product, it's vintage, I got free shipping, and help me pick out an outfit. People love free shipping. People love vintage clothing. And people love dressing up. So when they see this shirt, if they like it, they might think about what they could put on their body. They're going to scroll through the discussion and see, oh, this goes well with some light blue jeans. Oh, I could throw some camo shorts on with this. Now, they can imagine themselves in the clothing. They can literally picture the outfit they would put on. They might look in their closet like, oh, I do have some camo shorts, and I did need something for the World Cup game. The beginning of that post highlights that it's a fashion topic, while we slide in the perk of free shipping just to make it more relatable to the customer. Now we follow up and close with a topic to start the discussion on. With the first two sentences, discussion might organically start, but I like to end my post with something that I know will force the engagement, force the discussion. Now let's talk about social media. On social media, you want shares and views. Shares, you know, people are putting it to people who relate to it, to somebody who they think will relate to it, or they relate to it and they just want to share it with more people. Views, you know, people are watching this all the way through because they relate to it. One of the easiest ways to get views and shares on social media is relating to nostalgia. Now I have the perfect one. Think back to the infamous Campbell's commercial. I know you remember it. I know you remember it. We all have seen it on the TV. Where a kid walks up to a Campbell's can, picks it up, shows it to their mother. Their mother says, we can't get it. Or Pantones that we can't get it. The kid accepts it, puts it back on the shelf, or mom puts it back on the shelf. They go home. Can decides to jump off the shelf. We're jumping off the porch. It follows them through the store, to their car, all the way home. And then it rolls up right to the kid's feet. Kid gets to eat Campbell's. He's happy. Mama didn't have to pay for it. She's happy. Win-win situation, right? I'm sure you're thinking, how can I relate that back to my brand? And I'm sure some of you are already processing it like, oh, instead of the Campbell's can, we're just going to use our own t-shirt. Great idea. Great idea. Stellar idea. I had the same one. And then I started to think a little bit. Yeah, that's a great idea. But I want to sell what I was selling. I want to get even deeper. How can I make a great video, relate to their nostalgia, make it relatable to them, and show off how great my product is? How can I do that? So I decided I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Instead of my model looking at the shirt and the shirt following them home, let's look at a soccer ball. It's FIFA time. It's World Cup time. My model is looking at this soccer ball. They count the money in their pocket. They realize they can't get it. All good. They're going to go home. Soccer ball decides it's not all good. I'm coming with you, bruh. It hops off the shelf. It hops off the shelf through the store, through the park, follows them home, makes it all the way home. They got the ball and they didn't have to pay for it. Sounds like a win-win situation, right? And now you're asking, but where is the shirt? Where is the product? Are we selling soccer balls? No. And last year I would have asked the same question. Where is the shirt? But remember, when you have a question, try to find the answer. The shirt's on the model. The model's wearing the shirt the whole time. So while we're in the store, the camera's going over this. It's going over this. It's going over the details. But also keeping on the same storyline of this kid, of this model who wants a soccer ball. But we're wearing a soccer shirt. So it all comes together. Just from that small switch up, people will start to see it differently. People might not catch it until the end. They might watch all the way through and be like, what did I just watch? What was the point of that? Let me watch it again. Or they might see that shirt and be like, ooh, that's a smoking shirt. It's fire. I need that. That's what you're looking for. You want people to question what they're watching, and you want people to see that shirt and their eyes light up. You want people to think about the nostalgia of the Campbell's commercial and realize this is a brand reenacting that nostalgia. What is this brand about? Fire off those curiosity receptors and have people looking into your brand. Remember, don't sell the product. Sell the lifestyle. Sell the nostalgia. Remember, don't sell the product. Sell the lifestyle. Sell the nostalgia. Now let's talk photos. Product shots are absolutely necessary when promoting your brand's product. Whether you're going to solely use them for your website or also post them on social media. There are three main types of shots. First, you have the clean professional shot. It's usually a nice clean image of a model or a nice image of a flat lay with maybe some props around it, but usually a simple image. Next, you have what we call ugly ads or the uncommon photo. This is the photo that you aren't used to seeing. It's not the perfectly curated photo. It might be a photo just on the floor in your garage. It might be a photo with your shirt on the hood of your car. Something uncommon that makes the consumer or customer stop. And below that, you have text photos or text ads. Think back to when you were a kid, you see a magazine from your favorite store, you would look inside, you're looking at all the products, all the toys. First thing you see is the big image of said toy. And then surrounding it is words. What are those words? We only notice those words after we see the giant toy. So now we have to see, oh, how much does this cost? Oh, it's up here. It's $59.99. Oh, what hidden sounds and features does it come with? Oh, it roars when you press its tail. Oh, it jumps if you hold it down long enough. Oh, it'll if you pull it back, it'll fly off the tracks. Those text ads were super important to bring us in with the image and then provide surrounding details with features and whatnot. Now, this shirt is going up on my website today, Monday, the 13th. FIFA World Cup ends this week, so we're a little late, but better late than never. When you go on all gas, no brakes, it's all good. You can go purchase this shirt. It is going to be extremely limited. It's going to be on my website, novoucherapparel.net or .com. Now, I'm going to post these shirts for $40. That's it. That's all. So don't complain when they're gone because they are super limited. I've said that twice. When they're gone, they're gone. Maybe I'll see you guys in 4 years in 2030 at the next World Cup. Now, I'm Zeph. This is my brand, No Voucher Apparel. I showed you my mistakes. I showed you how I got greedy. And I showed you how I plan to make my way back to the top. Now, make sure you follow my journey. Subscribe to the YouTube channel below. Catch me on TikTok. Catch me on Instagram. The links are down below. I'm Zeph. This is No Voucher Apparel. And remember, labor omnia vincit. Hard work conquers all. See you later.